High ticket coaching is completely blowing up right now, and it's never been a better time to start and monetize your expertise. But what does it actually take to build a profitable high ticket coaching business in 2024? 12 months ago, I started a brand new high ticket coaching business and took it from zero to $1,400,000 cash collected. And in this video, I'm going to show you everything that I did. The entire process of how we picked the offer, develop the funnel, create the ads, and I'm even going to show you how much profit I made in the process. And on top of that, I'm going to show you the biggest problems that I faced and most importantly, how I solved them. Because despite what most people say, running a business is not a straight line theory to success. And to be honest with you, I learned a lot in the process. And I truly believe the most important thing that I did to find success with this high ticket coaching offer was something that I did before I even had my first sale. So here's how it came together. All right, you guys, let's talk about how to blow up a new coaching offer in 30 days. So the first thing you got to understand is success in business is created before you sell anything. It comes down to the foundational aspects I'm going to share with you here in this lesson. But I put a screenshot here just so you know, again, if you're newer to the channel, just so you know that I'm not fluff. I'm going to share with you exactly what some lessons that we learned on our journey of going from taking this new business offer from 0 to 1.4 million cash collected in 1 year, 12 months. So I'm going to show you everything, the good, bad, the ugly, and hopefully you can walk away with some lessons that you can implement in your own. So again, the success was created before anything was sold. And this is a diagram that we give to all of our clients. And you can see at the very beginning of this, the first part of this is you. In order to become a seven-figure business owner, you have to become a seven-figure CEO mentally and physically. That's why a lot of times you see people talking about having like a morning routine, going to the gym consistently, because how you do one thing is how you do everything, right? And it all comes down to you. You have to start all of this. And in order for the rest to work, once you're perfected, then the rest goes into creating a high ticket offer, an offer that is scalable and something that people actually want. And don't worry, I will break down a lot of this for you guys here in this video. But the next part is having one client acquisition system. What we teach to all of our clients is what we call the IG funnel. And then from there, once you have the funnel optimized, running paid ads to get more eyeballs and convert more people, and then eventually building out some sort of middle of funnel to kind of nurture your current clients, kind of like with what I'm doing on this video right now. And then sales would be sales, closing the calls, having a script prepared, and then having clients and understanding how to retain these clients and get them results, which goes into building systems to grow your business, which also goes into hiring a team. So before I built this business, I had all of this documented and laid out and had this in my mind on how I wanted to do this. And that's where a lot of people mess up, is they just want to go, they want to start all this, they just want to go right here to paid ads, and then they just want to get clients, but they're not doing any of the groundwork. So it's very important that you actually understand business is a system, and the system isn't just two parts. There's a lot more that goes into it. So let's first jump into how the offer was created. When I started my company, AIA, that's what I'm going to be referring to in this, is I started working with people one-on-one. And the way that I did that was I launched it to 5 people to work with me one-on-one. And I made sure that those 5 people got results in whatever they wanted. That way I could get an understanding of what they really needed. And from there, after working with those 5 people that worked with me got success. 3 of them I had to hunt down just to make sure that they actually did the stuff that they wanted to do. But I did everything I possibly could at this time to make sure that they were successful, because their success determined my success. Then from there, it was really simple. My clients actually generated the offer for me. How? And this is where a lot of businesses are missing when it comes to growing a successful business, is what I call the feedback loophole. And literally 90% of businesses don't have this. So if you don't have this, you're going to be missing out. And I'm going to put you on some free game here. The feedback loophole is you got to survey your clients every 30 days to get feedback and make it a non-negotiable for them. And when I say every 30 days, if they are in a 90-day program, do 30, 60, 90 days and put it in the agreement saying that in order for them to be eligible for whatever guarantee you have or to participate and get the results, they must complete this form. And what we do is we send out a text and email every 30 days. It's through our backend systems. It's automated. But what happens is it sends out this email, and you can see this one's pretty recent. I mean, today I just picked a recent one. Today is actually beginning of February, if I'm being honest with you. And this was a couple weeks ago. Client that I just randomly pulled up. I haven't even read it yet, to be honest with you. But you can see on here, we're saying what % of the curriculum do you go through? Have you been consistently updating your tracker? We're just asking them questions, right? And we're getting feedback. And on a scale of 1 to 10, on 1 to 5, how much would you recommend it? And you can see they put, once this goes down, you can see that they put 5 out of 5 on here. But the main thing that you really want to do on here is like ask, what can we do better? And take the feedback. This is obviously a great one. Like, this is great feedback, but there will be times that you get bad feedback and you got to be able to accept that and do better. Like, when we get bad feedback, at first I was just like, it hurt the heart because you put a lot of energy and effort into this, but you got to change your perspective on it and say, okay, there's a reason they're doing this. They're at least giving me feedback so I can better my system and better my processes. So that's the feedback loophole that I want to share with you. The next is the one funnel to actually get clients. So this is the main funnel that we use to do 1.4 million cash collected and 1.8 million revenue in 1 year with this business model. So 1,000-foot overview is you have your traffic up here. We drive everything to the Instagram profile. We have a conversation in the DMs. We qualify them. We get them on a sales call, and then we close, and then we have retargeting campaigns based off where they're at. Usually about a 5 to 20% conversion rate on qualifications that come through from the leads. Again, that means if you have 100 leads, 5 to 20 of those are going to be your ideal qualified prospects. A lot of times people think that when they do lead generation, they're going to have 1 million leads that are just perfect. It's not the case. The next is usually with this, if you do it right, you can get a 60 to 80% show up rate when you're doing it at scale. And then from there, and close anywhere between a 25 and 35% close rate. Now, I have an entire video that's going to explain this for you if you want to understand our funnel, how we used it, every KPI metric, how to set it up, what ads we use, an inside look inside my ads manager, everything. I put it in this video. There will be a link down below that you can check it out. It's called our Instagram funnel, made us 1.4 million. Here's how. Watch that video. It's 33 minutes long. It will show you everything. I promise you. My intent for this video is to get you the foundation of what I talked about at the beginning. So the next part is $1 million ads, creating ads that actually work. And I get this question a lot, is like, what actually makes a good ad? So let's look at some examples real quick. I'm actually going to play my screen and then I'm going to break them down for you.
If you're a coach or consultant and looking for a predictable way to get new clients each and every single day, kind of like me draining this 3, all you got to do is message me the word ball is life, and I'll send you over a free mini course and case study on how we close one high ticket client every single day.
And yes, I actually did drain that 3 on the first shot. So let me show you this other one real quick too.
Hey, if you're a coach or consultant that's already doing 10K plus per month, the thing that's going to get you to 50K months is by Instagram DM ads, kind of just like this. Now, we perfected the system with 6 years plus of testing and over hundreds of clients that we put through this system. If you're serious about growth and have a budget to invest into ads, message me the word scale down below and I'll send you more information on how we can help you out.
Now, the question for you is, which one is the better ad? Let me explain real quick. So let me go back and pause this video. This video, it might look good and it might have good copy, but the problem that you run into with this is the background, the scenery that you're doing in here. So look, I'm dribbling a basketball talking to coaches and consultants. Guess what type of clients we mostly got out of this ad? Basketball coaches. You guessed it right. But here's the thing. Basketball coaches, I love them. Like I would love to be a basketball coach in my earlier days, but they can't afford our services. We are a high ticket service. So we were attracting the wrong type of people in here, even though the ad copy was good. Check out this one. This one has good ad copy and it's focused on a background that is somewhat, luxury. You got the ocean in the background. You got some boats, some skyscrapers. This ad outperformed this one times 10. This ad literally made us, if I had to guess off the top of my head, at least $600,000 just because of this ad. Now, before all of you go out there and see this ad and try copying it and doing it yourself, I don't run this ad anymore. You know why? Because everybody tried copying it and just inflated the market. So when you're creating ads, create your own type of ad. Now, the next one I want to share with you is this one. I'm not running this ad anymore, but I'll explain here in a second why. This ad made me over $500,000 cash collected. Let me play it real quick. The absolute best way to scale your coaching business to 7 figures is by using Instagram DM ads, kind of just like this. Message me the word new secrets and I'll send over a free mini course and case study on how you can get started right away. So see how simple that is? But there's a reason it doesn't work anymore. It's because this was on top of the trend. This is before everybody else started running DM ads and before we gave away all of our free information. All I had was an iPhone, a mic, and I was just sitting in my room with a hat on, right? And the copy was just good. But what happens is it doesn't work anymore because the quality behind it isn't up to par with what's working now. And that's what you really got to focus on when it comes to winning ads, because winning ads are straight to the point. They're either professionally done or a selfie style, like you talking to the camera, like walking, like you're FaceTiming. It's authentic and they have good sound quality. They keep attention thanks to TikTok. I call this the ADD America world that we live in. His attention spans are less than 3 seconds. So you have to have a good hook. I would highly recommend that you're moving, walking, you're using your hands, something along the lines of that. But most importantly, you have emotion. You're not being boring. And what I see a lot of people mess up with is they don't actually just put captions in their ads. 80% of people are going to be seeing your ad through mobile. That's probably even higher at this point. And out of those 80%, most of them probably aren't going to have their volume on. So you have to have captions on as well. So now the next part I want to share with you is how much of this is actually profit. And before I go into this, I just want to be honest with you. I'm going to share with you real numbers in here. Like most coaches, most business owners aren't going to share this stuff or they will inflate them. This is actually like raw, real numbers I'm going to be sharing with you and what you can kind of expect. And from what I learned, I had some lessons learned along the way. So again, here's just a dashboard. We track every KPI metric inside our business. You can see right here, we spent $328,000 on ads, generated 1.4 million cash. Every number I give you is on cash. I don't base it off revenue because revenue is fugazi. It's potentially collected, it's contracted, but life happens. People fall off the face of this planet, whatever. I don't count that. I count cash. I count cash, money in the bank, because that's what you need to count too. So in 12 months, we did 1.4 million cash collected. We did 1.8 million revenue, and the profit breakdown goes 20% of that goes to the sales team and the setters. 10% of that goes to the fulfillment team. 25% of that goes to ads, 2% software. So you can see where the big breakdown goes into. 25% is ads. When I'm running a business, I look at 20% as kind of like maintaining. 30% is more aggressive in ads. So if you're doing $100,000 cash collected, you should be spending at bare minimum 20% of that on ads. 30% means aggressive, you're growing faster. And you can also see on here, 20% sales and setters, 10% fulfillment. Realistically, if I really wanted to, guys, like I could cut out 30% of this right here and bring this up to an 88% profit margin. But I have a full team that runs this business with me. And I love my team, right? Like I could go in there and just take, 5-10 calls a day and just close deals. But I have a team that does this. So it gives me more free time to be able to create videos like this, be on top of the ball, look at new client acquisition systems, sources, hiring. So it's one of those things where you'll talk to people. They're like, yeah, I'm a one-person team and I have 90% profit margins. The thing behind that is, yeah, you might have a really big month, but it's not sustainable. For us, once we hit $100,000 months, we never drop below $100,000 a month again, because I have the sustainability inside my business and my team members to help me grow it. Total percentage of this on the breakdown is 58%, leaving us with 42% profit margins, which is roughly around $588,000. Now, again, this is pretty close. This isn't 100,000% accurate, but breaking it down, this is the closest numbers I can give you and what you can expect inside your business as well. Obviously, you'll have times in business where things are going really well and things aren't, which leads me into the lessons learned and new things that we're implementing. So one of the things I learned is when you're selling consulting packages and coaching, a lot of people just push for like a 4-month package or membership and then they're done, right? And that's what we did at first. But what we changed inside our business is now our clients have the ability to continue growing with us and getting better results and working with us forever, which with this new one tweak, and it took us honestly about 4 to 6 months to actually implement this, is we should add an additional $1 million in pure profit going into 2024 with this new system. And I say pure profit, I mean an additional 90% pure profit. 10% of that actually will go to probably the sales team. So that should be an extra $900,000 $1,000 in money in the bank with this once added feature that we're having. The next is organic content is getting dialed in for us. So that means we are having higher profit margins as we continue to grow. We're not going to rely on just cold traffic, which was kind of crazy to think about. Is out of that 1.4 million, 90% of that was from cold traffic, just ads. So that was just one part of the system. Now we're dialing in the content creation, organic, which should honestly probably get us about 50% of what we were at with that, maybe even more. The next is team management. Managing a team is something that you can't just read a book and take a class on. It's something that actually takes time to grow, and you only learn from experience. That's again why the solopreneurs, they don't do this, because managing a team is hard. It's way harder than sales. It's way harder than running an ad, but the upside and the potential behind it is out of this world. And then also the last thing is just staying consistent with ads and always coming up with new angles. Because what happens in business, especially a business model like this, is a lot of coaches think that it's just a upwards trend and you press a couple buttons and you're just always going up and up and up. But what happens is, this is the reality of running a coaching business, and they might go up, but what happens is a lot of people, when they get up here, they crash and they go all the way down because they can't commit to it. And that's really what it comes down to. Is if you can look at your business like this, where you have a high, a low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low, high. That's how a business grows. But a lot of times people come up here and they have their first low and they just tank, and then they stay coasting. They can't get back up. Where in reality, you got to change your perspective with this, guys. I want you to start judging your success based on your lower lows. So when you have your highest month, accept it, be cool with it. But when you have your low, be like, okay, cool, higher, low. Higher high, lower low, because eventually your lower lows get higher and higher and higher. And eventually, you'll get here and you'll look back and be like, wow, look how far we've came. So that's it for this video. I hope you found value. If you did, make sure you hit that like button below, hit the subscribe button, and check out the links in the description. I've got some free sauce for you guys. Feel free to check it out, and I'll see you in the next one.